Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Don't chew on that, Max.
Cooper loves that chew, too.
Oh, now he's into Cooper's food. Wow, he is loving it. What do you feed Cooper?
Blue Buffalo Life Protection Formula. He never leaves a crumb. I love it because it's made with high-quality protein, nutrient-rich fruits and veggies, and wholesome whole grains.
Looks like we're switching to Blue.
Blue Buffalo foods are made with the superior ingredients your dog needs to thrive. Can your dog food say that? Visit feedbluefood.com to learn more.
Brooks Running reminds us that we're all powered by something. Whether it's the me-time energy of a run after a day at the office, the electrifying energy of your first marathon, or the infectious energy of a group run with your friends. No matter what energy powers you, Brooks has gear specifically designed to unleash it. So lace up and let it out. Let's run there. Visit brooksrunning.com today to learn more.
Welcome to Sephora. I'm looking for a perfume that's not too perfumey. I got you.
Serum moisturizer or moisturizer serum.
Let's get into layering.
My concealer is making me look worse.
Sounds like the wrong shade. Let's get you matched.
There's only one store that really gets what you're going for. Get beauty from people who get beauty. Only at Sephora.
Hi, Let's get you a basket.
At Starbucks, we've more than doubled parental leave for full and part-time baristas, giving them up to 18 weeks of paid time off, so they can be there for early bedtimes, late nights, first laughs, and spend more time with the best company they know. At Starbucks, benefits like parental leave are just the start. Learn more about Starbucks industry-leading benefits at starbucks.com/partners.
Say it with me. I love the Lions.
Detroit Koolaid listeners, what is going on? It's your boy at Chops in the D, and I am here for another one of those Koolaid packets here on a Monday morning, a post-game Monday morning, the first of the season. Happy to be here, giving it to you after a breakdown here after that game. Well, listen, I'm trying to be as happy as I can be after that game because, listen, I want to serve up the Kool-Aid as much as I can today. But before we get started, of course, you know what we got to do.
Drink it in, man.
We're going to give you a single-sided cornbread after that performance.
Cornbread!
And we're going to get right into it here. So a few positives. I think, of course, by now you all know what happened in the game. A 27-13 loss by the Lions to the Cheddar Sticks in Mozzarellaville. Not the performance that the Lions were hoping for, that the fans were hoping for, that we were predicting. Just not the game that we were hoping to start the season off on. But here we are, 0-1. Let's dive right into it. We don't have time to mess around. So before we get going into all the negative Nancyville, well, actually, no, I'm going to start there. I've been on the Twitterverse for a few hours now, checking, and I had to turn it off because if you went by the reaction of the people, the people,
the millions
and millions of fans out there, you would have thought that the Lions, like Jared Goff, got hurt for the season. We're knocked out of the playoffs. We're mathematically eliminated from winning the division. You would have thought it was the end of the world based on the Twitter reaction. But guess what, folks? It was one game. We are 0-1. Do we want to be 0-1? No, we don't. Did we want to go into Mozzarellaville and control the play and win the game? Of course we did. But it's not the end of the world. We've got good things to look into. We've got things to look forward to. Yes, this is a little setback, but Dan freaking Campbell said it best. Like, people are ready to fire Ben Johnson, 3 years ago after his first few games as a O coordinator. It's not the end of the world, people. They got stuff to clean up. We're going to turn it around. I'm not losing hope on this team. So that's getting that out of there right off the bat. All that being said, they just didn't look ready to play this game. All right, very few starters played in the preseason. It really showed. You had a new offensive coordinator. It showed. All right. The first half was downright ugly on both sides of the ball. The offense could just never get it going. Jared Goff seemed to not be able to just ever get it to his first option. I feel like everything was a check down. Everything was a second read. Offensively, just not good. Off again, 31 attempts, but only 225 yards 39 attempts, 31 completions for 225 yards. Not great. D-Money and Jahmyr Gibbs, 11 attempts for 25 yards for D-Mo. And then Ja was not all that elite with 9 attempts for 19 yards. Just not a good day for anybody on the offensive side, stat-wise. Laporta, I guess, is the one exception. 6 receptions for 79 yards. And then, of course, I can't not mention the Tesla ridiculous one-handed snag touchdown. Yes, I know it was meaningless, but oh my gosh, what a way to end the game on a high note. This kid just continues to impress. He was like the one shining moment of this game. Wow, what a catch. I had flashbacks of Odell, just amazing one-handed snag, getting his feet down in bounds. Heck of a grab there by Tesla, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. So, hey, if anybody's keeping track, that's one game, one tug for Tesla. So I think my prediction was 4 touchdowns in his first 6 games. So we'll see how that plays out.
Good night, itchy eyes. Good night, sudden sneeze. Good night to your symptoms of allergies. Xyzal is the allergy medicine you take before bed. It provides powerful relief while you rest your head. Not just all night, but all the next day. Xyzal keeps working, keeping allergies at bay. And without those annoying symptoms disturbing your rest, you can wake up the next morning feeling your absolute best. Remember, be wise all. Take Xyzal at night.
Learning through play starts with Lego Duplo. With Lego Duplo, toddlers can develop real-life skills while having fun with colorful bricks made just for them. Large, easy to grip, and safe to explore. When children express themselves with Lego Duplo, they build patience, problem-solving, and empathy. See your child learn perseverance and self-expression with everything they imagine and create. Visit lego.com/preschool to learn more.
Attention all small biz owners. At the UPS Store, you can count on us to handle your packages with care. With our certified packing experts, your packages are properly packed and protected. And with our pack and ship guarantee, when we pack it and ship it, we guarantee it. Because your items arrive safe or you'll be reimbursed. Visit the upsstore.com/guarantee for full details. Most locations are independently owned. Product services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. Come into your local store today.
At Blinds.com, it's not just about window treatments. It's about you, your style, your space, your way. Whether you DIY or want the pros to handle it all, you'll have the confidence of knowing it's done right. From free expert design help to our 100% satisfaction guarantee, everything we do is made to fit your life and your windows. Because at Blinds.com, the only thing we treat better than windows is you. Visit Blinds.com now for up to 45% off with minimum purchase plus a professional measure at no cost. Rules and restrictions apply.
Back to the other stats. Amon-Ra, only 4 catches for 45 yards. When was the last time you saw Amon-Ra not go for at least like 10 targets, 8 receptions, something ridiculous? This was super pedestrian. The Laporta were happy with his 6 catches for 79 yards. But other than that, the one that really was disappointing to me, #JMOFast. 4 catches, 23 yards. Very unlike #JMOFast. Not what I was expecting from Waymo. JMO season after getting that nice extension earlier. But man, nice little payday for him. I'm expecting that to get turned around on the offensive side of the ball. 14 completions. 14 of our 31 completions were checkdowns to running backs. Just way too many dump offs to, and you could see like Goff had to go through so many progressions. I can't believe that the Green Bay secondary and defense is just that good. I refuse to believe it. I think it was a combination of a few things, and the big one that I want to talk about next, the inexperience of the offensive line. I haven't lost faith in these guys. You got Penny and you got Taylor Decker there, but but you can just tell Graham Glasgow looked like he looked like an aging vet in the center there. Not as crispy as I would like to see. And our guard play definitely was a little bit lacking there with Christian Mahogany and Tate Rat. But again, these are going to be growing pains for those 5. They're going to have to learn to gel. This is their first game experience, all being together. We know we've got some young cats in there. When you lose a guy, an all-pro, an all-world center in Frank Ragnow, it's going to take some time. I think we were a bit optimistic, thinking Graham would just step in there and everything would just be A-okay, but it wasn't A-okay. The offensive line needs to step it up. I'm going to give them this one. They need some time to gel, but they definitely did not do a service to Jared Goff. He had to make quick decisions, lots of dump-offs, way more than we would have liked to see. And the other thing, folks, on the offensive side is we just can't settle for field goals. When you get to that red zone, man, you got to pound the rock into it. You got to score. You have to score tugs. All right, settling for 2 field goals early on it cost us. You could tell. If those were touchdowns instead of field goals, this is a totally different game. So the offense just it's going to have to turn around. It's going to have to turn around quick because next week we're going to Chicago. Actually, we're going to be at home at Ford Field against Chicago. I expect this defense, Chicago's defense, is definitely nothing compared to Green Bay's. So I expect this offense to turn it around. It's going to be some growing pains with that offensive line, but I think Jared Goff and that whole crew is going to get it all turned around, and pretty soon we'll be doing some of this.
Woo! Hashtag choppy liking.
And maybe, just maybe, we'll do a little bit of this.
As a scientist, I can tell you that Sundays are only 24 hours long. But with NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, you get every game every Sunday all in one place. That's upwards of 30 hours of NFL in one day. How can there be 30 hours in 24 hours, you ask? I have a theory. Magic. New users get NFL Sunday Ticket for 8 payments of $34.50 per month. Sign up at NFLSundayTicket.com. Local and national games on YouTube TV. NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games excludes digital-only games and commercial use. Terms and embargoes apply. Availability varies.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
You're tuned into Auto Intelligence, live from Auto Trader, where data, tools, and your preferences sync to make your car shopping smooth.
They're searching inventory.
Oh, yeah.
They find what you need.
They're gonna find it.
You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. Pricing's precise and true.
So true.
It's smarter car shopping.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Oh, it's just for you. Ooh. Find your next ride at Autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
All right, and then you know that Goff train is going to get going. It's going to get rolling, people. The offense is going to be okay. Just settle down. All right, let's move on to the defensive side of the ball here. I think the defense was a little bit shaky in the first half. Packers came in, first drive of the game, came right down and scored. I mean, it was like Swiss cheese, everything they wanted on the outside, a lot on the inside. 12 plays, 83 yards for a touchdown immediately. Just drove right down the field. The middle of the field just seemed to be open all of the first half. Jordan Love had time, and he was able to do whatever he wanted to do. I'll stick with the secondary here. They targeted TA quite a bit. Unfortunately, it sounds like he's got a bit of an injury there, had to leave the game. Brian Branch took a really dumb penalty. My boy, Brian Branch took a stupid penalty, throwing a guy's helmet, which was completely unnecessary. Did Kirby Joseph even play in this game? I cannot remember his name being called one time the entire game, which is very unlike Kerbo. He's a ball hawk. He gets his hands on the ball. I think he had one tackle all game, which is very, very unlike Kerbo. I expect that to bounce back a lot. They were better in the second half. I think the Packers only had one touchdown in the second half, and actually nothing in the third quarter. So it was only that last drive of the fourth quarter where basically the game was out of reach. 8 plays, 36 yards. They had a very, very short field and they ran the ball. I think that was the only real drive that Jacobs got going. But let's talk a little bit about that O-line play. The Lions defense, I think the run defense continues to be a strength. I think they really did show that. They stuffed the middle quite a bit. But the lack of pressure was very, very evident. And this continues to be. I tried to stay away from it this offseason. I know everybody was clamoring for a high-paid, high-end edge. Brad Holmes, Dan freaking Campbell, didn't think that they needed it. I deferred. I backed up their decisions. I thought that we would be able to get a bit more pressure with Hutch coming back, with some of these other guys. I think we had 2 QB hits all game, 0 sacks. No pressure on Love. He had all day to do whatever he wanted to do. So 2 QB hits, only 9 pressures for the entire game. And it just continues to be a void. It continues to be this black hole that the management doesn't want to address. They just want to keep saying we're good. But what we saw on Sunday, it was not good. So my concern level, this offseason, I let it stay. I let it linger. Didn't go too crazy. My concern-o-meter is going up a couple notches now because with the complete lack of, we cannot just rely on Hutch to get to the quarterback, and he's our only source of edge pressure. It's just not going to work that way. And I know Aleem the Dream, aka, will be back. He wasn't back yet, so we're going to get some interior pressure there, but pressure on the quarterback is going to be key, and we just didn't have it today, which was a bit disappointing, especially after Brad and Dan freaking Campbell came out and just said, we're good. So
this episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Life gets easier with great assists, and State Farm is here to dish one your way. Get in touch over the phone or on the app to get the teammate you need. State Farm with the assist. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability and eligibility vary by state.
As a sports fan, I have to confess. Sometimes the game gets kind of boring. That's when I unfold my Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 and use multi-window viewing on its large screen. Boring game? I'm checking out my fantasy baseball league at the same time. Score still 1-0? I'm replying to emails in the other window, scoring points with the boss. Semifinals finally getting exciting? I'm buying tickets to the finals and booking my flights. Can your phone do that?
The new Galaxy Z Fold 7. Get yours at Samsung.com.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
This episode is sponsored by Friskies, who would like to tell your cats hi. Now, if that didn't get your cat's attention, there is one thing that always does the trick. Just pour some Friskies crunchy food in the bowl and you'll hear those paws come running. Works every time. With so many Friskies choices, you can always bring your cats running from their secret napping spots. There's always more to explore. See for yourself at Friskies.com or visit your local store.
That was tough. Second half, again, much better. We cleaned a lot of things up there. Corner play was better. I think DJ Reed settled in. The safety settled in a bit as well. I know Amik Robertson had to move into that spot to play for TA after the injury. But, not a lot of big plays given up there in the second half, which was good to see. Good momentum to build off of going into the next game, where both our defensive line play and our secondary play is going to have to be better against the Chicago Bears. All right, a couple of weird, just odd team comparisons, things that stuck out to me. And again, this is one of those things where Oakley will tell you, the stats don't tell the whole story, right? Like if I were to tell you, hey, the Lions had 16 first downs compared to Green Bay's, you probably, you'd be like, okay, all right. Total plays, Lions 65 total plays compared to Green Bay's 47. Our time of possession, 35 minutes to 24. Total yards, 246 for the Lions, 266 for the Green Bay Packers. All these things tell me that this game should have been close or that the Lions should have been leading, but that just wasn't the case. Lions had one turnover, a costly interception, no turnovers on Green Bay's side. And again, I think the big difference there is just settling for field goals, where the Packers were able to get into the end zone and put up touchdowns, and we were not. Another stat that kind of jumped out at me that was just strange. Yards per pass, 4.7 for the Lions, 8.5 for the Packers. That tells me that we had a lot of dump-offs. That tells me we had a lot of short passes where we just gave it to the running back and said, here, try to make something happen. And, sometimes they did, and other times they did not. So that was really rough stat here. You're not, when you're not moving the ball, you're only getting 4.7 yards per completion. You're not moving the ball very efficiently. You're not moving it down the field. And that was where we kind of struggled. And you could see where a lot of our drives just faltered there. Again, first quarter, punt. Second quarter, we settled for a field goal, threw an interception, then was the end of the half. Third quarter, field goal, and then a punt, and then fourth quarter, punt, turnover on downs, and then that touchdown at the very end, which kind of just got it within, somewhat reasonable, but only making it 13-27. So again, people, to kind of put a little bow on this recap, we're going to get into this more on the flagship show when I join Oakley this week here. You guys will be live. We'll get it. We may have a guest. We don't know. Maybe we'll get some takes. We do have the Bears coming to town. We'll talk about the tailgate. We're getting into all that. But people, I'm not panicking. Okay, I'm really not. We started the season 1-1 the last 3 years. It's on to Chicago. We got a big revenge game coming up here against Benedict and Caleb Paint Your Nails Williams. All right, so all the freaking out on the Twitterverse can stop. We can just chill out, take it easy. We still love the Lions. Is this the way we wanted to play? No. Is this what we expected? Hell no. Do I anticipate that we are going to bounce back? We're going to come home to Ford Field. We're going to take care of business, and we're going to start the season 1-1. Oh, hell yeah.
Drink it in, man.
Are your business expenses playing hide and seek? With Uber for Business, the small spends that slip through the cracks, like rides and meals, go right where you need them. Because it integrates with leading expense platforms, you can say goodbye to surprise costs, missing dollars, or chasing receipts. Everything's track downable. Uber for Business. Make small steps that make a big impact. Learn more at uber.com/small steps.
Who says you can't be the topic of conversation for all the right reasons? The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid pairs bold presence with advanced technology and sleek style. It's everything you didn't know you needed in an SUV and then some. Okay, Hyundai. Visit HyundaiUSA.com to learn more.
Are you a forward thinker? Then you need an HR and finance platform that thinks like you do. Workday is the AI platform that helps propel your organization, your workforce, and your industry into the future. Workday, moving business forever forward.
Jif peanut butter. It's that jiffing good, it doesn't really need advertising. So instead, enjoy the calming sounds of the ocean.
Jif. It's that jiffing good.
Get your Jif at Jif.com.
Make your next move with American Express Business Platinum. Enjoy complimentary access to the American Express Global Lounge Collection. And with a welcome offer of 150,000 points after you spend $20,000 on purchases on the card within your first 3 months of membership, your business can soar to new heights. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-platinum. Amex Business Platinum. Built for business by American Express.